So what I'd like to do now is to introduce you first to our first speaker, who represents an organization called the Nature Conservancy. The Nature Conservancy is the largest environmental fund in the world. They are right now over, let's say, 79 countries. They have 400 scientists, and it was founded in 1951. We are blessed to have Joyce Ma, the country director from China, with us today. Just a very quick background on Joyce. Joyce is responsible for running the TNC China program, which supports the China board, continues to expand its impact both in China and beyond. Joyce brings extensive leadership experience in team management and government relations from her decades-long work in senior level roles at multinational telecom companies in China. Before joining TNC in 2016, Joyce spent 20 years at Ericsson, where she was responsible for the company's strategic business plan. After Joyce, she will be joined by Bid Zhao, who is the Global Diversity Development Director at TNC, and he's currently based in Michigan. Before this, he was Director of International Giving at University of Chicago, and software engineer at Microsoft. Originally, he is from China, and his role is to bridge US and China. And the one last thing I'd like to say is I'm a vice chair at TNC. I want to be transparent. And being not only a part of TNC, but many of the other charities brings such joy in my life. In fact, some of my best friends are from many of these philanthropic charities because they have like-minded missions like myself, bridging US and China. And I have to say that, being so fortunate for being financially well endowed, and thanks to all the portfolio managers, and I've had a very full life, wonderful husband, wonderful children. But the biggest joy that I get is from giving back to many of the charities. And thanks to Nature Conservancy for making my life so meaningful. So Joyce, do you want to take it from here?
Sure. Thank you, Anna. Long time no see. And it's such a pleasure to be invited. And I really wanted to take the chance to thank you and Stephen for inviting us here. And I wanted to say to everyone that I'm the country director for TNC China. I wanted to say I have worked for TNC for 4 years, but all of these 4 years, I've been inspired by so many things, and Anna definitely is one of them. She has been a tremendous supporter to us, and she has supported TNC in US, our global projects, but also China. One particular project may not be the most consume the most money, but one very significant thing I was so impressed is she sponsored China Desk, which means she mentioned she wanted to support to bridge China and the US. So for the past 5 years, she has helped us set up a China Desk that is to sponsor China staff, TNC China staff to go to US, to learn, to study, to experience, to exposure. So that has tremendously helped our team to grow and to be more embedded and embraced into the TNC's global organization that has had 3,800 employees. All right, I'm conscious of time. I wanted to say to you that China has, you all know, China has gone through a tremendous growth, economic development, but it also had a huge cost of the environment. Now you probably have heard our President Xi Jinping has made a new commitment to the world at UN 75th Summit, that China will reach its CO2 emission peak time before 2030, and it will reach the new carbon neutrality before 2060. So which means in the next 30 or 40 years, just like our previous period, China will go through a tremendous change or transformation of green development. This is very exciting. So we are very grateful. We're in China. We're going to go through and assist in this process. TNC just like Anna just mentioned, TNC's mission is to preserve all lives that depend, that provide, protect water and land that all lives depend on. So I now wanted to invite you to join me watch a video that TNC has made for all of us.
We are not saving nature only for nature's sake. We are protecting our world for the sake of nature and humanity. Our conservation work today empowers us to thrive with nature for generations to come. Thrive on its essence and its magnificence. Take in its beauty and be humbled by its wonder. Let it ignite our passions and give us the strength to rise together. Because protecting the earth protects everything we live for. The world we depend on depends on us.
Thank you so much, Joyce, for that beautiful video. And thank you for joining us so early in the morning from Beijing. So we're delighted to have you. And we're going to now move on to our next speaker, Ben, who's from Chicago.
So this is a Yunnan golden monkey. I hope everyone can see it.
Yes.
It's not the most good-looking monkey, you might be thinking. And it's not even golden. But it has a very important story to us at the Nature Conservancy. And I hope you will find it important too. So my name is Ben Zhao. I'm the Director of Global Philanthropy at TNC. It's my pleasure to share this story with you tonight. The Yunnan golden monkeys are only found in the deep forests in Yunnan and Tibet in southwest China. And we didn't know about them until 1993 when the first photo were taken. And this is the photo you're looking at. But back then they were almost extinct by poaching and overlogging. There's only fewer than 1,000 of them left. TNC began protecting the golden monkeys in 2000, just a few years after we came to China. And in China's first national park, TNC helped establish, we have hunters who were transformed into forest patrols. We installed cameras, we analyzed data with AI, and we planted hundreds of acres of trees to connect their isolated habitats. And all the hard work worked. And we have more monkeys now. We have over 3,000 of them. But that is not all. The TNC doesn't protect the monkeys just for their own sake, but we want to build a sustainable ecosystem and benefit local communities. That's why we also had trainings for local residents, help them to value the monkeys as an important part of their lives. We help them with alternative and renewable energy so they don't have to log on to trees and have a better life. We build a beautiful nature education center so the next generation, the younger generation, can come learn how to protect the golden monkeys and be close to nature themselves. And through the protection projects, TNC also made many friends. And we were supported by donors from around the world. So all that achievement started with this little ugly monkey. And that's only one of many TNC stories. We also have stories about pandas and other endangered animals, mangroves and threatened ecosystems, coral reefs and natural wonders, and many lives transformed. We also have plans to address global challenges like how to protect our land and water or tackle climate change. TNC has been working in China for over 20 years, always known as scientific, innovative, and collaborative. And with generous help from donors like Anla herself, we're now working to bring US and China together to protect our world for future generations. And tonight we want to invite you to be part of a TNC story. We want to invite you to visit a TNC preserve, be a volunteer, bring your family to enjoy a day out at Mashamak Island in New York. Get your hands dirty rebuilding Hong Kong's oyster reefs. Or come to Lijiang and meet the golden monkeys yourself, even if you still think they're ugly. And we invite you to become an impact investor through our Nature Vest program. My colleague Melissa Wiegel is here with us, and she would love to tell you all about it. And we also invite you to include TNC in your philanthropic plans. Make a gift this year to transform Inner Mongolia's Gobi Desert, or to accelerate the research on climate change. And we would love to have a conversation with you about your legacy in our nature. We invite you to your own Nature Conservancy story. Thank you very much, and thank you for your attention for nature.